So, sheer boredom makes things more interesting, I guess, if you have nothing better to do. Yeah, so I'm going to record myself cutting my hair. And no, I'm not great at this. This is a 2, and I'm just using like a cheap wall clipper. I have one of these that my brother got me like 10 or 15 years ago, but I think it's in storage somewhere. These are not very expensive, like the cost of a single haircut. So if you want to do this yourself, you can. But I don't recommend it for everybody. Some people are too particular about, let's just say, the quality of their haircut. And not that there's anything wrong with that. Like, be particular if you're particular, but like, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so try and get everything sort of in a similar direction. It's like cutting wood, it's got grain. And then as you go up, find a line where you want to sort of blend the top length with the bottom length, and then roll the blade out as you finish your stroke. So I'm gonna set a line. How high do I want to go this time? I guess you can always start low and then work your way up. So I'm gonna go where the skull goes from vertical. So it goes from vertical to sort of crowning. I'm gonna start below that line and cut away. It's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be exact. You can always try and fix it later. But again, it's really not that important. And then when you can't use a reference in the mirror to see what angle the blade is coming off as you roll your stroke back, I just use a visual reference in the thickness of the hair where the cut line is. I guess I'm out of camera, sorry. So like this line, I'm gonna try and continue that in some fashion as I go around the back of my head. Mostly I'm doing this because it's starting to get hot outside, and extra hair, while nice for a little bit of shade, tends to keep my head hotter. I suppose it'd be different if I were really blonde or something, but I am not. Make smaller cuts, you'll make smaller mistakes. It's easier to blend. Alright, so again, I was going with a straight crown line. Let's do that over here. They should come out kind of even, but we shall see. If you mess this up and you really hate your haircut, you could always try shaving your head. That's kind of foolproof with one of these devices, and just get to know the shape of your head. Behind the head stuff gets a little tricky. Just again, start slow. You will learn the coordination required. Left is still left, right is still right. Up is still up. You'll get it. How bad of a bowl effect do I have? Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a bowl line there. Bit of a bowl line on this side. I could try and take it up. The only problem is if I keep going up. So let's try grading with guards. Why not? Let's try and get some of this bowl action out. Still looking pretty bowly. definitely easier to do on someone else. Well, again, not going for perfect. Just going for good enough. There is a tapered edging guide for ears that comes with this one. I think it's a nice concept, but it seems like the fins deflect. Like, they don't keep a nice consistent angle, and that ends up causing basically like ridges in the cut. So maybe I just pressed too hard. Figures. Good news is I don't normally comb my hair straight forward. It's been a while, 30 years, maybe not that long. But this lets you check for your lines, how consistent they are. Check for bumps, which I have right there, which I don't love, but again, it's really not that important. I wear a hat pretty often. Let's see. And actually, I think if I chase that bump, I'm just gonna make it worse. So I'm gonna leave that. I'll live. And let's see. The top might still be too long. This is a really long video. I've always liked the side of my head to have clean lines, just because I feel like I have a really big head, and I do. Like, I wear medium clothing and I wear a large, and larges, or at least for hats and helmets, larges sometimes aren't even big enough. So slightly disproportionate, and anytime I have like a bunch of volume on the side of my head, it makes it even more exaggerated. So I like clean lines on the side, so I usually go pretty short, but yeah. Not perfect. Not terrible. Try it.